Hello, fellow sewer dwellers, and welcome to part 10 of Oblivion with a Therapist. Double digits, baby. Here we go. Me and old Boris are going to decide how we want to handle the old Mythic Dawn stuff. So, great to have you here. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, all of that. Check the links in the description. See what our options are again. Should probably put the weapon away, huh?
So here's the plan. I'll meet with the sponsor while you cover me from the upper gallery. What do you think?
I don't... I'm inclined to do it on my own and let Boris cover me, because I read the journals and have more of a sense of what's going on, and I feel more comfortable being in control here. So while I appreciate the offer, Boris, I think I'm going to meet the sponsor and I'll have you cover me, because I read those journals and I've had contact with Joffrey and stuff, and it just feels, it feels more comfortable for me to be the one who takes control of this. So I'll do it.
No, it should be me. I have a blood debt to repay these Mythic Dawn assassins. Besides, I've trained for this kind of thing my whole life.
Oh. Okay. Then I guess I'll let you do it, because the game's not going to give me an option. I would probably push a little bit here. Not because I want to discredit what he's saying, but just for the sake of conversation and making sure we're fully informed going into this. I think I'd probably say something like, you know, if this is something that you feel passionately about and like you're prepared for, maybe I should give you a bit of information about what I have from this journal or whatever to get, like, let's figure out the right way to do this. If he's like, no, like literally I know all about what's happening here, and so I'm good, which is what I'm going to make an assumption he means here, then I'm fine with that. Like, okay, cool. I didn't realize you had this much of a preparation for this. I kind of thought you were just tagging along. So if that's the case, then yes, I will cover you.
Good. Remember, we must not leave here without the book. It's our best chance of finding the amulet.
Indeed. Right, well, I'm ready when you are, boss.
Listen, I may not survive this, but if I don't, you must. You must recover the book and find the Amulet of Kings.
All right. Fair enough. I'll do my best, and hopefully we get out of here together.
I'm glad to have you at my back. Okay, let's do this.
I respect that, by the way. Like, if he's in a position where he's comfortably going to take a bullet if necessary in order to accomplish what he believes needs to be accomplished, and he's essentially consenting to his own demise in this moment with the danger he's in, I'm not going to talk him out of that. That's fine. So be it. It speaks to however strongly convicted he is about these things. And if this is something he's trained his whole life for, who am I to take that away from him? It's not my business. That's fine. As long as, you know, we're working on this in tandem. And so if that's something that you've made your peace about as part of the way that you understand this, whether out of loyalty to Uriel or your own sense of purpose, whatever, I'm not going to stand in the way of that, so long as, again, we're having our mutual need met here, or the need of the kingdom, and it is. Oh my God. Weirdo, you want to be part of the meeting? You want to be part of the meeting? Okay. You'd be part of it. Or you can just zoom around and decide that now's the time that you want to be loud and disruptive after you weren't for the entire just chatting portion of the stream. That's fine. Okay. They'll never suspect me up here.
You to come alone.
For your septum!
Kill
Oh.
them.
Okay.
Only the chosen will survive the cleansing.
Yeah! You are weak, like the gods you pray to.
Watch the flank.
Only the chosen will survive the cleansing. I do not fear death.
The training of thousands.
The dawn is breaking!
Quickly!
The time of cleansing is almost here.
Lord Dagon will welcome your soul in Oblivion! Paradise awaits. Paradise awaits me.
Okay. Well, that sucks. I have the fourth and last volume of Mankar Cameron's writings on the Mysterium's Arxes. I can now piece together the clues within them to find the Mythic Dawn secret tree. Maybe Tarmina can help. Boris's katana. Alright, well that sucks that he died. But he did say he knew he was signing up for that. I love this little table. It's like, alright. Walk into this door and come sit at this random table in the sewers. It's like in Seinfeld when George goes to talk to Mr. Steinbrenner. Oh, look, Mythic Dawn Commentaries 3. Let's sell it. Suppose we can have a rest in here. Level up a little bit. I'm going to take this down to 5 lockpicks. Alrighty. Ha! Take that, goblin. Damn, this is the strongest goblin. Which I guess is better than a strong ass goblin. Guy could get lost down here. Oh my god, are you kidding me? With one lockpick remaining. One lockpick in a dream. Another crab.
Here!
Oh, this isn't the same every time. Damn it. Okay, well now that I know that, that's kind of interesting. I had assumed that they were all the same all the time. Now, through the power of exploration and a lack of backseating, I figured it out on my own. Can you lay down, please? I would appreciate that if you lay down, please. Oh, you! Hell? What's going on in there? Oh boy. Swimming around in sewer water. Oh. Ugh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Must be open. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we go back over here. Now, what door did that open, I wonder? Everything in this game wants you dead. Elven arrow. I'll bet that lettuce is still pretty tasty, huh? Now I'm just turning things without even knowing what they do. Maybe I'll let that guy out. Oh, wait, what is this? Exit to Amantis Electus's basement. Oh, shit. Dude's got a little fast track down here into the sewer. I don't know who that guy is. Sounds important. Oh. Alright, so that opens those. Maybe. Okay. This way. Episode 10, the sewer episode. Will Dr. Mick manage to figure out how to get the hell out of here? The world may never know. As Maker knows, we took a really long, crazy way to get in here. Exit to the Imperial City. See? Look at that. Easy peasy. Wasn't even hard. On a crisp, cool night. Alright, so I say we read that book, now that I have it. Commentaries on the Mysterium Xarxes, Book 4 by Mankar Cameron. Now this is rare shit here. May the holder of the fourth key know the heart thereby. The Mundex terrene was once ruled over solely by the tyrant Drochings, each to their own dominion, and border wars fought between their slave oceans. They were akin to the time totems of old, yet evil and full of mockery and profane powers. No one that lived did so outside of the sufferance of the droves. I give my soul to the Magna He, saith the joyous in paradise, for they created Mehrunes the Razor in secret in the very bowels of Lig, the domain of the upstart who vanishes. Though they came from diverse waters, each get shared sole purpose, to artifice a prince of good, spinning his likeness in random swath and imbuing him with Oblivion's most precious and safe and scarce asset, hope. Deathlessly I intone from paradise, Mehrunes the thief-taker, Mehrunes God's body, Mehrunes the red arms that went up, Numantia, liberty. Did I not that these days shall come again, my novitiates? For as Mehrunes threw down Lig and cracked his face, declaring each of the 19 and 9 oceans free, so shall he crack the serpent crown of the Cyrodiils and make federation. All will change in the days as it was changed in those, for by the magic word Numantia, a great rebellion rose up and pulled down the towers of Chim-el-Jarg, and the Templars of the upstart were slaughtered, and blood fell like dew from the upper wards down to the lowest pits, where the slaves with maniacal faces took chains and teeth to their jailers, and all hope was brushfire. Your dawn listens, my lord, let all the Arubis know itself to be free. Mehrunes is come, there is no dominion save free will. Suns were riven as your red legions moved from Lag to the hinterlands of Chill, a legion for each get, and Curry was thrown down, and Jaff was thrown down, and Hormagail was crushed with cold salt, and forevermore called her whore, and so shall it be again under the time of gates. Under the mires, Malbioge was thrown down, that old city of chains, slaked in new-bone warmth, set free. Galg and Morgalg were thrown down together in a single night of day, and shall it be again under the time of gates. Nothing but woe for NRN, which has become the pit, and 7 curses on its dro. The Vermeil Nihnoch. But for it the crusades would be as my lord's creation, get by the Gi, and do as thou wilt, of no fetters but your own conscience. Know that your hell is broken, people of the Orbis, and praise the Numantia, which is liberty. Alright, Middayssun. Midday Sun. We have or an emperor, way where tower touches midday sun. All right.
How goes it?
Okay. You?
Not bad.
What's this? Isn't Tertius a dreamboat? I'm Romana Valeria. I'm such a lucky girl.
Okay.
Take care.
Nice to meet you.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
Hail.
What is it, citizen?
Pretty cool. Yeah. Dual moons.
You have my ear, citizen. Hello.
Hello. All right. If she's still here. She is still reading.
What do you want?
I got all 4 books for the Mythic Dawn.
To find their secret shrine to Mehrunes Dagon, you'll need to study the 4 volumes of Mainkar Cameron's commentaries. It is a fairly common practice of these kinds of esoteric cults to put hidden messages within their sacred writings.
Yeah, I
In
found
effect,
it.
simply by finding their way to the shrine, prospective members have already passed the first test on the road to enlightenment. You've piqued my curiosity about this puzzle. I will think on it myself and let you know if I have any ideas. Check back with me tomorrow after I've given this matter some thought.
Okay. Can do.
I'll keep studying the first 2 volumes of the commentaries. Who knows, I might turn up something before you do.
Sure you will. I'll go find a bed for the evening.
Hi there.
Hello. I know they're not as clever as they think they are if it's the fancy letters, that's for sure. It'd be cool if there's a little campsite that I could sit at out here and sleep for a day. Alas, I shall find an inn.
What is it, citizen?
Hey, my house.
How are you?
What is it, citizen?
Well met.
All right. So. This way.
You have my ear, citizen.
Neighborhood Dragon, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go all the way over here, sleep, and then run all the way back.
What is it, citizen?
This is the way. At least I progressed my athletic skill along the way.
Speak. Let's hear it.
Hi!
Hey! Or I could get wasted.
Go ahead, please. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? I can't afford to do that.
God damn it. How about 5? You can't afford to do 5. No, you can't.
No deal. Come back and see me again.
Oh, God, Ernest.
Be seeing you.
No wonder your bar's empty. That was me. That was mean. Just want to sleep.
Good to see you.
Jack Ben, Earl of Imbil.
Jack Ben, Earl of Imbel. We do not know one another. And given your modest social standing, I doubt we ever shall.
Okay.
Farewell.
At least I don't hang out in random ass gardens in the middle of the night in weird clothes. Didn't realize I wear my modest social standing so outright.
Hail.
How do you do?
You're off duty now.
It's about time.
Here we go. The boarding house.
Luther Broad's boarding house. I'm Luther. You want beds or food? See me. Let's do business.
He doesn't have a lot of money either. Alright, need a
If
bed.
you've got 10 gold, I've got a room for the night. Deal?
Perfect.
The room's up the stairs. It'll be the first door on your left.
Thank you.
Bye.
Evening.
I've purchased more rooms to sleep in this game than I have in probably every other game I've ever played combined. Alrighty. Hopefully that was enough time. Alright, well, perhaps we can pursue other endeavors in the meantime, I guess. Let's see. Let's go do Clavicus Vial. And maybe that's enough time for Tarmina to
It's you.
meditate on whatever it is she needs to
Lucille
meditate
from the
on.
Arcane University is looking for someone to chase the...
Figure out how to get out of here. Oh, perfect.
How can I help you? You have my ear, citizen.
You have my ear, citizen.
Speak.
Hey, look at that. Right where I left you. Alrighty. Clavicus Vial. believe it was this direction. Yeah, there we go. Shrine of Clavicus Vial. I have 500 gold. That's what matters. Righty, man. Maybe explore one of these shrines over here. There it is. All right, horse. If I die, be free. Man's a more powerful champion to begin this quest. What are you talking about?
You have been told the proposition. Your donation for a possible audience with Clavicus Vial. The choice is yours.
All right, I'll pay it.
Make a bargain or do not. Do not test his patience.
Powerful champion in his quest. Well, okay then. Guess I came all the way out here for nothing. Yeah, I guess I'm not powerful enough. Gotta get to level something. So we'll return later. Apparently, I'm not violent. His loss. I was ready to be his champion. It'd be funny if it took your money and didn't work. I mean, I would have understood it. I knew the risk I was taking.
What's the matter? Getting
Dang, you guys have
tired?
gotten a lot stronger. Iron War. Probably in better shape than my own. Perhaps alright, no. I have a silver warhammer, which is much better. Never mind. Okay. Well. Find the entrance to this place then, huh? Right. Do away with the crab. Oh yeah, I gotta take the nin root somewhere too. Must be over there. Here we go. Oh, it's a spooky ghost. See if there's anything cool in here. Oh yeah. Perhaps some lockpicks. Wonder if I join the Thieves Guild. If it exists. They just have infinite lockpicks. Like, yo, we got you. It's like a leave a penny, take a penny. Leave a lockpick, take a lockpick. I just take them. What up, bah. Bah. No. Wasn't using it anyway. Can't get into these coffers though. A real shame. Hey! Hey, all right. Now we're getting it. Now we're getting it. Minor bound armor tome. That sounds good. Let's see what's going on there. Minor bound armor tome. You want to add minor bound armor to your spells. Bound cure. Oh. Alright, we'll see if I can make this one lockpick last. Now that I know how to do this properly. I like this now. Okay, lockpicking has now gotten more interesting. I love learning. Learning's so excellent. What a cool thing that we're capable of doing. Learning. So neat. I think you could do a whole dissertation on it. I don't need the Thieves Guild anymore. Better. It's better. Hey, a backup lockpick. Or the one lockpick that's gonna last me till the end of this playthrough. And lots of gold here. Also nice. Doesn't seem like there's much more for us to do down here. Got some stones. Picked some locks. How did we get in here? Oh, from here. Alright. That's a nice way to kill time.
Yeah!
Die!
What did you call me? What did you call me? What do you think? Sleep for 24 hours on this little bedroll? Like, I really want to push this forward. I think we're gonna sleep for... Oh boy, math is gonna be... That's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Well, 16-hour nap in this bedroll. I'll wake up nice and refreshed, right, kitty man? Oh. Okay. That should be plenty of time for Carmina to contemplate things. What's up? Yep. Come lay down on me. Come on. Okay. Come on. Okay. Okay. I see you. I know you want to stretch. Maybe as much as I can, but... I'm excited about lockpicking. It's not gonna stress me out as much. Appreciate all of you hanging out, by the way. Great to have you aboard. Especially appreciate those of you that watch these like less dense episodes as it relates to like the analysis. Hope it's maybe just a nice thing to throw on in the background while you're doing whatever you're doing. This is a world that's very nice to just immerse yourself in instead of fast travel through. Gonna make for a very long playthrough though, kitty man. It's gonna be very long. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it'd be kind of nice if I could learn how to be a blacksmith, so that I can repair my shit and it not be crazy expensive when I actually go to a smithy.
What is it, citizen?
All right, we go to Arcane University.
Have pity, sir. I got nothing to eat. You have my ear, citizen.
Cat is doing everything he can to try to like lift
Can
me
you
in.
spare a coin?
He's like grabbing it with both hands, trying to like pull my hand toward his. Hey, right, jeez, you're making it
What
hard
is
to
it,
play
citizen?
the game, buddy, man. I think Tarmina's gonna be like, hey, after 48 hours, I put a lot of thought into this, and I think
What
those
is it,
big
citizen?
letters mean something. Can you figure it out?
Yes.
How's your contemplation going?
I turned up copies of the first 2 volumes from my colleagues, and I spent a little time rereading them. Mainkar Cameron certainly is a fascinating writer, undoubtedly insane, but fascinating. Ah, but more to the point, it appears to me that the first words of each paragraph may be significant. A message may be hidden there.
Oh.
I'll continue to study the problem. Come by tomorrow if you like. I may think of something else.
This is getting expensive. You know how hotels are running a
The
lot of
first
money.
words of each paragraph are the key. I'm sure of it. Well, I shouldn't keep you. Goodbye.
Wow. Wow. Wowee. All right. What do we got? Well, I mean, I will say, first word. Greetings, reader. Enter every night, enter my own palace, endlessly roaring, offering red drink. Whosoever answers your whisper hides, enraptured, recorded, enslaved. The oath breakers woe every reader that once understood him. He endeth starlight. May I deathlessly deny all your sons under nothing. I don't know how much more clear I can be that I do not want any backseating. In any capacity.
Good to see you.
Alrighty. Well. Armina thinks using the first word of each paragraph in the books may reveal a message. We need to keep looking and serious. Yes, it does. What I don't. Greetings, reader. Enter every night, enter my palace, endlessly roaring, offering red drink, razor. Orin Emperor. Way where? Whosoever answers your whisper hides in Bramford. Power touches. I mean, that can't be a coincidence either that those all spell something. The oath breakers woe every reader that once understood him. He endeth starlight. Midday sun. May I deathlessly deny all your sun.
You. I've seen your kind before. You've got blood on your hands. Keep your blade sheathed, you murdering bastard, or I'll put you down myself.
Whoa, buddy, we just met. You know anything about the Grey Fox?
He's that thief that the Imperial Watch are always going on about. He likes to steal from rich folk.
Oh, okay. Any rumors?
Truth is, the Legion doesn't know who was behind the Emperor's murder. We've already ruled out the Dark Brotherhood. So is this something worse?
It's the Mythic Dawn, but you were a dick to me, so I'm
Long
gonna let you
live
just
the
continue
Empire.
to wonder what it is. Jeez. Buddy's got no chill.
Speak.
Okay. So
Speak.
let's go to the tower. Like, I don't have any problem going around and doing random stuff and then coming back to Tarmina.
Please show your respect for the Imperial
I appreciate
Palace.
how cryptic the message is. Elder Council Chamber.
Remember, trespassing in the Imperial Palace is a serious crime. Do not
All
venture
visitors
beyond
to the
the
Imperial
first and
Palace are
second
asked to
floors.
keep
Their voices down, especially if council
guys-
is in session.
Not talk over each other. This is the Skyrim symbol. Elder Council Chamber. Whoa. Behold my majesty. Oh.
All this protect and serve. It's what we do.
Armor's cool. What do you know about Chancellor Okato?
Chancellor Okato isn't seeing any visitors.
Okay. I don't know much about the Elder Council. Can you tell me a little bit about him?
The Elder Council chambers are closed to the public for the duration of the emergency. Move along.
What a boring job to just have to stand there like that. Oh, easy man.
All citizens are welcome in the Imperial Palace, at least on the first 2 floors. Trouble?
Trouble.
Stay safe, citizen. These are...
Remember, trespassing in the Imperial Palace is a serious crime. Do not venture beyond the first and second floors.
I think there's a lot of wasted space in here. How about I try to pick that lock right in front of those 2 guards?
All visitors to the Imperial Palace are asked to keep their voices down, especially if council is in session.
Alright, well. At least we came in here.
All visitors to the
How are you?
I'm Praxides Afranius. My brothers and I share a house in the Temple District.
That right. What do you know about the Grey
He's that
Fox?
wanted criminal. Isn't he a master thief? I hear he's dangerous too. I've heard that the beggars spy for him. Farewell.
What are you doing?
Hey,
Ruslan?
stranger. Can you spare a few coins? I've just been shaken down by that bastard watchman, and he took my last septim.
Shaking down?
I don't know his name, but I'd recognize him if I saw him again. Lurank and I were shopping at Jensen's when he accused us of stealing. Even Jensen said we were innocent, but he didn't care. We had to pay his fine or go to jail.
Hey, I think I know who that guy is. Why didn't Jensen report him?
He's shaken down most of the shopkeepers in the market district. They're all too afraid of him to do anything. Jensen wouldn't even talk about it. Someone ought to do something about him.
I wonder if that's the guy that shook me down. You know about the Imperial City, huh?
You're very curious. Perhaps too curious for your own good.
No. Nothing wrong with some curiosity, Ruslan. Any good rumors?
You'll never leave the feed bag on an empty stomach.
Unless you can't afford the food, but... Alright.
I'm gonna keep a low profile for a while.
Interesting.
Yes, Savarius Aetius. We will comply with the Watch's orders. The Aetius family will stay clear of the Syntavs if they stay clear of us.
Why are you biting? Why you bite? Why do you bite? I'm being nice to you. Don't bite me.
Be seeing you.
Alright. The shakedown dude is in the market district. Genzine's merchandise market district. Alright, so let's do that. Take a look here. Market district is right. Look at that! Perfect. It's great. So maybe a little bit of commentary on this dynamic before we start this quest, which is this is why it is so important if you are a person in a position of, I mean, I do this all the time. Every playthrough we talk about it. You're a person who holds a position of power and influence. You are responsible for being more airtight in your presence, because your authority and power gives you more of a pass to do shitty things. So in a scenario where this guy, let's take him at face value. Let's say he was not stealing. He didn't do anything wrong. And this cop basically accused the guy of stealing for whatever reason. Maybe the cop, let's give the cop the benefit of the doubt. The cop actually believes that Ruslan was stealing, and that he's doing right by the shopkeeper by shaking him down and making him return the stolen merchandise. If you are the guard or the cop in this instance, you're responsible for ensuring that you understand what kind of implications there are to you throwing your power around like that. Because if you're wrong, that is super shitty. You are gonna get the benefit of the doubt just by virtue of the fact that people can be worried that your power is something that can influence them in a way that's not going to be good for them. So if that shopkeeper, so Imperial Guardsman comes in, accuses that guy of stealing. Shopkeeper doesn't even think the guy was stealing. Shopkeeper pushes against what the cop's saying. Cop could, if the cop's not in a good mood or wants to, he could make it life living hell for the shopkeep. So what happens? The shopkeep doesn't say anything. He lets that go. And that's a terrible dynamic. There needs to be more accountability for people who are in positions of power who make bad calls that cause harm to people, where that guy got shaken down, sent to jail, and perhaps now has a criminal record that he didn't deserve. So let's see what happens here. The copious coin purse.
Welcome. What kind of deal can I make for you today? Let's do business.
Ooh. Oh, wow. He's got, so he has 800 gold. That ring is worth a base ring of shadows. Base ring of shock shield. I'm going to tell you that.
That's a fair deal.
Gold. Holy shit. Wow, and then he turns around and sells it for 1,200. That's okie dokie. What do we have? Biography of Baron Zaya, V3. Guide to Brewmuch. Oh, look at this. We got all the guides. We got some repair hammers. Eastern provinces. Oh, the Lesser Soul Gem. Oh, silver necklaces.
A good price for a good customer.
Let's sell these spittle sticks.
That's a fair deal.
I don't need that.
A good price for a good customer.
It's all my jewelry. All right.
A pleasure to serve you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Please come again.
I wonder if this guy has anything to say about everything that happened. Be like, yo, I got part 4.
Yes?
Yeah.
Have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Document Imperial Banter. Yeah, that is so expensive.
Good day.
Good day. A children's Annuid. The Annuid, paraphrased. The first ones were brothers, Anu and Padme. They came into the void and time began. As Anu and Padme wandered the void, the interplay of light and darkness created Nier. Both Anu and Padme were amazed and delighted with her appearance, but she loved Anu, and Padme retreated from them in bitterness. Nier became pregnant, but before she gave birth, Padme returned, professing his love for Nier. She told them that she loved only Anu, and Padme beat her in rage. Anu returned, fought Padme, and cast him outside time. Nier gave birth to creation, but died from her injuries soon after. Anu, grieving, hid himself in the sun and slept. Meanwhile, life sprang up on the 12 worlds of creation and flourished. After many ages, Padme was able to return to time. He saw creation and hated it. He swung his sword, shattered the 12 worlds in their alignment. Anu awoke and fought Padme again. The long and furious battle ended with Anu the victor. He cast aside the body of his brother, who he believed was dead, and attempted to save creation by forming the remnants of the 12 worlds into one, Nirn, the world of Tamriel. As he was doing so, Padme struck him through the chest with one last blow. Anu grappled with his brother and pulled them both outside time forever. The blood of Padme became the Daedra, the blood of Anu became the stars, the mingled blood of both became the Aedra, hence their capacity for good and evil and their greater affinity for earthly affairs than the Daedra, who have no connection to creation. On the world of Nirn, all was chaos. The only survivors of the 12 worlds of creation were the Elfine and the Hist. The Elnafey are the ancestors of Mer and Men. The Hist are the trees of Argonia. Nirn originally was all land with interspersed seas, but no oceans. A large fragment of the Elnafey world landed on Nirn relatively intact, and the Elnafey living there were the ancestors of the Mer. These Elnafey fortified their borders from the chaos outside, hid their pocket of calm, and attempted to live on as before. Other Elnafey arrived on Nirn, scattered amid the confused jumble of the shattered worlds, wandering and finding each other over the years. Eventually, the wandering Elnafey found the hidden land of old Elnafey and were amazed and joyful to find their kin living amid the splendor of ages past. The wandering Elnafey expected to be welcomed into the peaceful realm, but the old Elnafey looked on them as degenerates fallen from their former glory. For whatever reason, war broke out and raged across the whole of Nirn. The old Elnafey retained their ancient power and knowledge, but the Wanderers were more numerous and toughened by their long struggle to survive on Nirn. This war reshaped the face of Nirn, sinking much of the land beneath new oceans and leaving the lands as we know them, Tamriel, Akavir, Edmora, and Yokuda. The old Elnafey realm, although ruined, became Tamriel. The remnants of the Wanderers were left divided on the other 3 continents. Over many years, the Elnafey of Tamriel became the Mer, Elves, the Dwemer, the Deep Ones, sometimes called Dwarves, the Chimer, Changed Ones, who later became the Dunmer, the Darker Cursed Ones, the Dark Elves, the Bosmer, the Greener Forest Ones, the Wood Elves, and the Altmer, the Elder or High Ones, the High Elves. On the other continents, the wandering Elnafey became the Men, the Nords of Atmora, the Redguards of Yokuda, and the Taisi of Akavir. The Hiss were bystanders in the El-Nofay War, but most of their realm was destroyed as the war passed over it. A small corner of it survived to become Black Marsh in Tamriel, but most of their realm was sunk beneath the sea. Eventually, men returned to Tamriel. The Nords were the first, colonizing the northern coast of Tamriel before recorded history, led by the legendary Ysgramor. The 13th of his line, King Harold, was the first to appear in written history, and so the Mythic era ended. Ooh.
Hello. If you're looking for books, First Edition is the only place in this city to find them.
It's a fine place, but I miss the personal attention.
I've heard others.
Oh my
say
gosh,
the
there's an auto run button.
Bye.
Well, that's cool. The more you know. Genshine's merchandise. Office of Imperial Commerce.
Well met. Venencia Melisea, Office of Imperial Commerce. You got complaints? Of course you got complaints. Who doesn't?
Can I buy a house in town?
Why? I mean, of course. All I have available right now is a hovel on the waterfront.
2,000 gold. It's not worth 2,000 gold to me.
I agree, but someone will be foolish enough to buy it. Bye.
The Wolf Queen, B4. The Wolf Queen, Book 4, by Von Jarth, from the pen of the 1st century 3rd era sage Montakai, JE 109. 10 years after being crowned Emperor of Tamriel, Antiochus Septim had impressed his subjects with little but the enormity of his lust for carnal pleasures. By his second wife, Gisela, he had a daughter in the year 104 who he named Kintira, after his great-great-great-grandaunt, the Empress, enormously fat and marked by every venereal disease known to the healers. Antiochus spent little time on politics. His siblings, by marked contrast, excelled in this field. Magnus had married Helena, the Cyrodiil queen of Lilmoth, the Argonian priest king having been executed, and was representing the imperial interest in Black Marsh admirably. Sepphoris and his wife Bianchi were ruling the Hammerfell kingdom of Ghislaine with a healthy brood of children, but no one was more politically active than Potema, the wolf queen of the Skyrim kingdom of Solitude. 9 years after the death of her husband, King Montiarco, Potema still ruled as regent for her young son Iriel. Their court had become very fashionable, particularly for rulers who had a grudge to bear against the emperor. All the kings of Skyrim visited the Castle Solitude regularly, and over the years, emissaries from the lands of Morrowind and High Rock did as well. Some guests came from even further away. JE 110. Potema stood at the harbor and watched the boat from Pyandonia arrive. Against the gray, breaking waves where she had seen so many vessels of Tamrielic manufacture, it looked less than exotic. Insectoid, certainly, with its membranous sails and rugged chitin hull. But she had seen similar, if not identical, seacraft in Morrowind. No, if not for the flag, which was markedly alien, she would not have picked out the ship from others in the harbor. As the salty mist ballooned around her, she held out her hand and welcomed the visitors from another island empire. The men aboard were not merely pale, they were entirely colorless, as if their flesh were made of some white limpid jelly, but she had been forewarned. At the arrival of the king and his translators, she looked directly into their blank eyes and offered her hand. The king made noises. "His great majesty, King Organum," said the translator haltingly, "expresses his delight at your beauty. He thanks you for giving him refuge from the dangerous seas." "You speak Cyrodiilic very well," said Potema. "I am fluent in the languages of 4 continents," said the translator.
I can speak to the denizens of my own country, Andania, as well as those of Atmora, Akavir, and here in Tamriel. Yours is the easiest, actually. I was looking forward to this voyage.
Please, tell His Highness that he is welcome here, and that I am entirely at his disposal, said Fatima, smiling. Then she added, You understand the context, that I'm just being polite?
Of course,
said the translator, and then made several noises at the king, which the king reacted to with a smile. While they conversed, Fatima looked up the dock and saw the now familiar gray cloaks watching her while they spoke with the Levelet, Antiochus's man. The Stygic order from the Somerset Isle, very bothersome. My diplomatic emissary, Lord Volcan, will show you to your rooms, said Fatima. Unfortunately, I have some other guests as well who require my attention. I hope your Great Majesty understands. His Great Majesty, King Orgnum, did understand. Fatima made arrangements to dine with the Piandanians that evening. Meeting with the Stygic order required all of her concentration. She dressed in her simplest black and gold robe and went to her stateroom to prepare. Her son Uriel was on the throne, playing with his pet Jughat.
Morning, Mom.
Good morning, darling, said Fatima, lifting her son in the air with feigned disdain. Talos, but you're heavy. I don't think I've ever carried such a heavy 10-year-old.
That's because I'm 11,
said Uriel, perfectly aware of his mother's tricks.
You're going to say that as an 11-year-old, I should probably be with my tutor.
I was fanatical about studying at your age, said Fatima.
I am king,
said Uriel petulantly. But don't be satisfied with that, said Fatima. By all rights, you should be emperor already. You understand that, don't you? Uriel nodded his head. Fatima took a moment to marvel at his likeness to the portraits of Tiber Septim. The same ruthless brow and powerful chin. When he was older and lost his baby fat, he'd be a spitting image of his great-great-great-great-great-granduncle. Behind her, she heard the door opening and an usher bringing in several gray cloaks. She stiffened slightly, and Uriel, on cue, jumped down from the throne and left the stateroom, pausing to greet the most important Stygics.
Good morning, Master Latches,
he said, enunciating each syllable with a regal accent that made Fatima's heart soar.
I hope your accommodations at Castle Solitude meet with your approval.
They do, King Uriel. Thank you, said Lachesis, delighted and charmed. Lachesis and his Stygics entered the chamber, and the door was shut behind them. Fatima only sat for a moment on the throne before stepping off the dais and greeting her guests. I'm so sorry to have kept you waiting, said Fatima. To think that you sailed all the way from the Somerset Isles and I should keep you waiting any longer, you must forgive me. Not all that long a voyage, said one of the gray cloaks angrily. It isn't as if we sailed all the way from Piadania. Ah, you've seen my most recent guests, King Orgnum and his retinue, said Fatima breezily. I suppose you think it unusual, me entertaining them. As we all know, the Piandanians mean to invade Tamriel. You are, I take it, as neutral in this as you are in all political matters. Of course, said Lachesis proudly. We have nothing to gain or lose by the invasion. The Stygic Order preceded the organization of Tamriel under the Septim Dynasty, and we shall survive under any political regime. Rather like a flea on whatever mongrel happens along, are you? Said Fatima, narrowing her eyes. Don't overestimate your importance, Lachesis. Your order's child, the Mages Guild, has twice the power you have, and they're entirely on my side. We're in the process of making an agreement with King Orgnum. When the Piandanians take over, and I am in my proper place as Empress of this continent, then you shall know your proper place in the order of things. With a majestic stride, Fatima left the stateroom, leaving the gray cloaks to look from one to the other. We must speak to Lord Levelet, said one of the gray cloaks. Yes, said Lachesis, perhaps we should. Levelet was quickly found at his usual place at the Moon and Nausea Tavern. As the three gray cloaks entered, led by Lachesis, the smoke and the noise seemed to die in their path. Even the smell of tobacco and flin dissipated in their wake. He rose and then escorted them to a small room upstairs. You've reconsidered, said Levelet with a broad smile. Your emperor, said Lachesis, and then corrected himself. Our emperor originally asked for your support in defending the west coast of Tamriel from the Piandanian fleet in return for 12 million gold pieces. We offered our services at 50. Upon reflection on the dangers that the Piandanian invasion would have, we accept his earlier offer. The Mages Guild has generously, perhaps, for as low 10 million gold pieces, said Justice quickly. Over the course of dinner, Patima promised King Ognum, through the interpreter, to lead an insurrection against her brother. She was delighted to discover that her capacity for lying worked in many different cultures. Patima shared her bed that night with King Ognum, as it seemed the polite and diplomatic thing to do. Wow. As it turned out, he was one of the better lovers she'd ever had. He gave her some herbs before beginning that made her feel as if she was floating on the surface of time, conscious only of the gestures of love after she had found herself making them. She felt herself like the cooling mist, quenching the fire of his lust over and over and over again. In the morning, when he kissed her on the cheek and said with his bald white eyes that he was leaving her, she felt a stab. The ship left harbor that morning en route to the Somerset Isles of the imminent invasions. She waved them off to sea as she heard footsteps behind her. It was lovely. They will do it for 8 million, Your Highness, he said. Thank Mara, said Patima. I need more time for an insurrection. Pay them from my treasury and then go to the Imperial City and get the 12 million from Antiochus. We should make a good profit from this game, and you, of course, will have your share. 3 months later, Patima heard that the fleet of the Piandanians had been utterly destroyed by a storm that had appeared suddenly off the Isle of Artaeum, the home port of the Sigic Order. King Orgnum and all of his ships had been utterly annihilated. Sometimes making people hate you, she said, holding her son Uriel close. It's how you make a profit.
Greetings to you.
The Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to mix.
Discount spells, divine elegance, Mystic Emporium, slash and smash. The best defense. All right, take a look at some armor.
The best defense, that's me, Morrow Rufus. Light armor, the very best. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? I can repair almost anything.
Oh, it's the leather that's getting shit kicked in.
Bye.
I want to talk to you.
I'm Bernardo. I handle the heavy armor at the best defense. I'm also an advanced trainer in heavy armor, so I know what I'm talking about.
Ooh, I like that.
Let's get to training.
Train me, my guy. And affects your ability to use heavy armor is more effective. 570 gold. Wow. That is... wow.
Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you?
Aegis of the Apocalypse. Okay, well, that's cool. 11,000 gold. Pretty salty, my guy. Some steel boots are probably nice, although they look like they're just as decent. Iron boots are. I want that. Damn.
Goodbye.
I'm gonna take these. First edition is a supplier of books for the Imperial Library. If the Emperor trusts us, so can you. We have the widest selection of tomes and histories in all of Cyrodiil.
Hi there.
Can you think of a more appropriate name for a store than Slash and Smash?
No real question.
Three Brothers Trade Goods. Instant good as new merchandise. All right, cool. This is where we need to be.
Feel free to browse, friend. It's nice to see a new shopper. I was afraid I lost any hope of new business ever since Thorinir opened up.
Who's Thorinir?
I think you might be just the kind of person we're looking for. Perhaps you can assist us with a problem we're having here in the Market District.
Okay. What's the problem?
I'm the chairperson for the Society of Concerned Merchants. We formed this group a while back to keep a nice, fair economic balance in town. Not every store is a member, but we're slowly trying to convince them to join. Everything was fine until Thorinir opened his shop nearby. Selling all sorts of merchandise, he undercuts prices like you wouldn't believe. He doesn't always sell what we sell, but it is still a problem. People who buy tend to want to spend their money there. That leaves none for us. It's getting so bad, a few of us may have to close up shop. He outright refuses to join the society or even discuss the matter. We are convinced he's up to no good. What we need is for you to case his establishment and figure out where he gets his inventory. Find some proof of his wrongdoing and let us know. We cannot do it ourselves, as he recognizes all of us. The job pays a fair bounty in gold when he is brought to justice.
That is, oh man, that is so complicated. What are your margins, Jensine? Are your margins absolutely insane? Is it less that he's undercharging and more that you're overcharging? Is it that he really is undercutting everybody? You know, I mean, people are gonna go where they can afford to go. It's a kind of an interesting thing. It's like, I don't know how involved I necessarily want to be in that. I mean, I'm going to involve myself for the purposes of the quest, but I'm all for small business. I realize that sometimes small businesses need an extra level of markup just by nature of the fact that they don't have the level of resources scattered out across the country, or Tamriel in this case. But like, I also respect when competition comes in and forces people to reconsider the way that they handle things. We'll investigate. Hey, what's going on with that watchman? Somebody told me they came in here and that they shook you down.
Who told you that?
Who isn't that happening to everybody? It's just a guess.
I don't know what you're talking about. Get out of my shop.
Ooh.
Any news about that certain task we discussed?
Ooh.
I'm listening.
Ooh,
we understand each other perfectly.
That's good.
No more. You're frightening me. Really? Interesting. That's just not funny. Don't talk such rot.
Oh.
That's just not funny. Well done. Whatever you want. Don't try to manipulate me. Well, isn't that sweet of you?
I am trying to manipulate you, though.
Remarkable. Sorry. No more. Don't waste your flattery on me. Well, isn't that sweet of you? That's not bad.
Thanks.
Who told you
Try this one more time.
I don't know what you're talking. Any new...
I'll rat out your customer.
Who told you that? Rustlin and Laurent, those idiots don't know when to stay quiet. Look, I'm not telling you anything, stranger. I don't trust you. We'll see. Not now, not later, not ever. That's just not funny. Yes, yes, I wish I could say that.
I don't... Okay.
What a thoughtful gift.
See, I can't... Because you can't go back. So, like...
Remarkable. Whatever you want.
But then you, like, lose it. So, like, why would I do all of them? So weird.
Don't waste your... You think that's funny? See? Was that hard? Thank you. How... For me? Thanks. Don't talk... You think that's funny? Well done. Don't. Please. I'm sorry. I see.
Alright, now let's try it.
I guess I can trust you.
Okay.
It's that bastard Auden's Vidius. He's in here every month taking my wares without paying for them. What can I do? He's a captain of the Imperial Watch. Only another watch captain can arrest him. Fat chance of that happening.
Noted.
Well, have a look around. You won't find better prices in all Tamriel.
Now that I spent all the freaking money I have trying to bribe your ass. God, I gotta figure out a way to make money.
Thanks again for your help. We had no other place to turn.
Like pulling teeth getting out of you. Here to help.
I don't know if I can help. Have you ever shopped? I mean, it can't say I've spent much time there.
Hey.
It's nice, though. What's the news from the other parts of town?
Okay. Spoke to Jensine. She told me the story of Rosalind. Imperial Watch Captain is extorting money from shopkeepers. They're too afraid to do anything. And he finds somebody with the authority to stop him. She says only another watchman able to best. Look, hey, dude, there's free food literally in these barrels. Hey, right here, man. All right, well, we'll tell this guard about what's going on in part 11. Thank you, my friends, for taking the time to watch this playthrough. Not a lot of analysis this time around. That's all right. I still hope you enjoyed yourselves. Do take a second to leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel and all that fun stuff. If you haven't already, come hang out with us live sometime. If you financially support the stream in any kind of way, whether it's through my merch store or by being a YouTube member or a Twitch sub or a fourth wall member on my, you can become a member of my channel on my merch store, which helps a lot. There's some perks associated with that. You should check that link down in the description if you haven't. But thank you very much for your presence. If you're binging, I will see you right here in the next episode. And if you're waiting for the next one to come out, I'll get it out as soon as I can. You're awesome, you matter, and I will see you